Okay, we're going to start seated. Now, I know I'm being a little bit fussy, but if you've got a chance to look out of the window, then please do today, because it's such a lovely day. So I don't know if you've got a window nearby, or you can pull the curtains a bit, just so you could see a bit of sky, really. I know it might be awkward to position yourself, but that would be nice because it's such a nice day. And if you wanted to open the window, feel free, depending on how you're feeling this morning. It's quite nice to have some fresh air. When I was doing my practice this morning, I opened the windows and it was really lovely. Okay, so you might want to turn your music off just for our breathing part at the beginning. It's your choice. And then we can press play if you would like music as we open our eyes after our breathing part. Morning, Claire. Okay, we're just starting in seated. Okay, so just take a little moment to arrive in your seated position. So however that might be for you. Legs crossed, maybe sitting on a cushion. Allowing the knees to come down. Having a soft gaze. And just taking a big inhale through the nose. And a sigh out, exhale. Do this a few times. Big inhale. Fill the lungs with this new day. And an open mouth exhale. And now maybe closing the eyes. Breathing in and out through the nose. Just noticing maybe sounds around you. Seeing if you can hear sounds in the distance. Noticing your position in the room. The beginning of a new day. Now just recognizing where you're in contact with the mat. The shape of your body. Allowing yourself to fully arrive here on the mat. And being aware of the height of your body now, reaching up tall. And inviting your attention inwards now to really focus on the breath. Noticing the quality of your breath this morning. Finding a slow, steady breath. As we're sat here, maybe forming an intention to really commit to our bodies today. So being really grateful for our bodies and recognizing that this practice of yoga isn't about all the fancy poses. It's actually about connecting with the breath. It's the sensations we feel in each posture. That's what's important, not what we look like. Really getting to know our bodies and allowing them that chance then to heal themselves. The body's far more intelligent than the mind. And by doing a practice, we're allowing it to return to its proper function by giving it this time to support us. And possibly holding that attention today during our practice, really just being grateful for your body and everything it does for you. So we'll take a big inhale now, just waking up everything, perhaps rolling the shoulders back, blinking the eyes open. If you wanted to play some music that you turned off, you could invite you to play it now. So we're just going to begin by bringing our legs into a straddle position. So if you were sat on a cushion, you might want to remove it. Just bring the legs wide. If they're feeling a bit stiff, maybe have a bend in the knees, that's fine. But otherwise, bring the legs wide. And as we inhale, we're just going to take our arm down to one side. So come to one side and just reach the other arm up. So you might want to go on the outside of the leg, bring the elbow down, or you might want to turn the palm face up and tuck it under the leg. And just really breathe into the ribs on that opening side. Good, all those intercostal muscles support our lungs. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. And as you inhale, come up and we'll go to the other side. So again, option to place on our outside or inside and tuck your hand underneath. Take the top elbow behind you. Really feel that stretch. All the way up from the hips, so to the ribs and even the armpit as you reach over. Good. And inhale, come back up. Good. We'll just cross the legs once more and just take some slow circles with the hips. So this could be as slowly, as big or as small as you like. So just taking some circles one way. You might want to make the circles bigger. You might be quite happy just noticing movements as you're circling. And we'll go the other way, change direction. So as you come forward, lead with your chest. Stretching out the neck as well. Well done. Good. Okay, we'll come back to stillness. So bring the soles of the feet together now. So we're going to butterfly the feet out. If you want to support the knees, if they're feeling any tension, you can put blocks underneath your knees here if you want to let them feel supported, or take your legs a bit further away if there's tightness. But otherwise, just coming into a butterfly position. Maybe taking hold of the toes to find some length in the spine. And reach the hands up now. We're just going to warm up the wrists by flicking each of the fingers out, maybe doing one at a time. Sort of wrapping them around and then begin to just flick toward the wrists and take the knees then down towards the floor. So notice that if you're reaching up, your knees tend to come up. And see, it's quite challenging to work in opposite ways. So your hands are reaching up, the knees are pushing down. Good. Keep going with those, pumping those wrists. Really important to warm them up. Good. Now bring the hands together and interlace them. And just bring the arms in just to get a side stretch on the wrists. Good. And then the other way. So just stretching out the wrists. Might have a few clicks. Good. Okay, coming over into a tabletop position now. So finding your all fours position. Just take some movement here, taking some weight onto the wrists. So just noticing what your body would like to do this morning. So having a little stretch, maybe waking up that spine if it's been a bit sleepy and stiff, the hips, taking some weight onto the hands as well, round all for each finger. Good. If you've gone one way, go the other way. Maybe taking the hips out to one side, sort of bananaing the body. Good, and we'll find our cat-cows. So really enjoy our cat-cows this morning, really taking in some fresh air. So we inhale and really stretching out the spine. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, take the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, push that tailbone up and tuck the chin to the chest. Put the navel all the way up. Fully exhale. Good. Inhale. Big inhale. Shoulder blades down your back. Tailbone reaching to the sky. Great. Exhale. Push the mat away from you. Do this in your own time now with your breath. So maybe close your eyes. Notice how your spine moves. done, good. Last one. Okay, so from here, we're going to walk the arms away from us and come into our, our puppy pose. So walk the hands away from you, keep the hips above the knees, and then lower yourself down. So bring the chest down towards the floor, really open up the shoulders. Forehead might come to the mat or onto a block. Notice that stretch in your shoulders. Close the eyes, calm the mind. And just focus on the sensations of stretching in your shoulders here. Maybe one shoulder is tighter than the other. An option if you've got a block to come onto your block. And take your elbows onto the block. And then just stretch down into a shark's fin. If you haven't got a block, you can still bring your hands together. I'll come onto the elbows, palms together, and then take your palms above your head. And this time you're sort of drawing the shoulders towards your knees. It's a slightly different area to stretch in this position. Shark fin. Good. And then as we inhale, we'll come back up. So finding your tabletop position again now. And we're going to just hover off the knees. So tuck the toes under, because it's going to warm up our core. And just bring the knees off the floor slightly. So engage the core strongly here. Push down into the palms of your hands and just hover the knees off. Really send your attention to your core. Strong core. Get down, lower down. We'll do one more of those. So just take a few breaths with the knees on the floor. Take a big inhale, fill the chest. And as you exhale, push the floor away from you with your hands and feet and hover the knees. Good. Might be a slight shaking in your arms or in your core, your muscles warming up. Just keep breathing through that. Good, and bring the knees down. Untuck the toes. Now we're going to take opposite arms and legs up. So take the left hand out in front of you and the right leg out behind you in a straight line. So really use your glutes here to hold that leg. Breathing in, breathing out. The navel tucked under, so tummy tucked, good. And look towards the top of your mat. Good. So take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, I want you to bring your knee to your elbow all the way to see if they can touch. Good. And then back out. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Good. One more. Inhale. Reach as long as you can. Exhale, knee to elbow. Great. Looking good. Well done. Good. Come back down to all fours. We'll do the same on the other side. So right hand reaches out in front, left leg behind. Find some strength and balance here. Switch on the glutes, switch on the core. And breathe. Good. As you inhale, stretch tall and long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Well done. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Great. Okay, we'll push up into our first downward dog here. So tuck the toes, bring the weight back over the heels and find your first downward dog. Well done. So notice now, make sure the palms are flat on the floor. Bend the knees a lot to lengthen the spine so it bones to the sky. Good, flat back. And then as you stretch the hamstrings, take the heels down towards the floor. Let's notice how your downward dog is feeling this morning. Okay, and as we inhale, we're going to roll forwards into a high plank. So keep the tailbone tucked here, core strong. Inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees and just come back, by rolling up into a downward dog. So inhale, move forwards into high plank. Exhale, just bend the knees a bit. Move your weight back into downward dog. Inhale, come forwards. High plank. Exhale, bend the knees. Push back to downward dog. Good, well done. One more. Inhale. So warming up the wrists and the core here. Good. Okay. Exhale, bring the knees down and tuck the toes. Take the palms of the hands the other way, fingers facing towards each other, just to massage the back of the wrists, and make some fists with your wrists, with your fingers even, your hands. Okay, so massage in the back of the wrists. Good. Well done. Okay, turn the hands back over. Walk the knees away from you slightly. Just want to focus on our chaturanga with the knees on the floor. So today we're looking to keep the forearm in chaturanga. We need to keep this vertical. So if I kept 2 blocks either side of my arm, here as I go down, I shouldn't knock them. So we're going to chaturanga this. We go down with our arms, keep the forearm vertical, like this. Okay, so we're looking for this. So just practice going down, coming back up with the knees on the floor. Focus on keeping that forearm vertical. Keeping the elbows in. Good, so we're looking for that when we do our chaturanga. We're looking to keep that forearm vertical. Good, well done. Okay, we'll push back up into downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Relax the neck, relax the face. Good, and we'll walk towards the top of the mat. Bring your hands between your feet and then cross one foot over the other foot and then release down. It can be a much stronger stretch here, so you might want to bend your knees a little bit. Take hold of opposite elbows. Release the back, the lower back nice and soft. And just allow the body to hang, so allow the neck to be heavy. Good, and then cross the feet over the other way. Feeling the stretch at the back of that leg. Wonderful, there we are. Bring the feet back together, the toes are touching. And as we inhale, bring the chin to the chest, slowly, slowly roll all the way up to standing. Shoulders back, hands behind your back. We're coming to a gentle back bend. Inhale and then exhale to standing. Okay, well done. We're going to come into our sun salutations now. So we'll do a couple of really good quality sun salutation A's. So bring the toes together, heels an inch apart. Really ground down through your feet here. Lift the kneecaps slightly to engage the quads and zip that tummy in. Okay, make sure the pelvis is neutral. And then shoulder blades down and back, palms together, bring your thumbs to your chest. Allow your neck to be long, and we'll just close our eyes for a moment here. So focusing on your posture here, having a good strong posture. This pose here is just as important as all of the other ones. So really focusing on your alignment, shoulder blades down your back. Connect with your breath now. Steady in breath, steady out breath. Option to find your Ujjayi breath if you're happy to, by slightly contracting the muscles in your throat. Notice if your mind is wandering and bring it back to the breath. Okay, blink the eyes open. Release the hands down either side. We take a big inhale, reach up, look to the thumbs, stretch the side body. Really good working with our breath. Exhale, fold forwards. Notice how far you can go before you feel that stretch. Then bend your knees, fingertips either side of the toes. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or hands to knees. Exhale, plant the hands down either side, bend the knees a lot. Big step back to the back of the mat. Inhale, lower the knees, and exhale, lower down chaturanga. See if you can keep those forearms vertical. Good. Untuck the toes. Inhale, come up. Use the shoulder blades here. Slight push in the hands, but draw the shoulder blades back. Good. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes. Push back up onto your knees into a tabletop, and then push back up to our downward facing dog. Good. Take a few breaths here. So downward dog in our sun salutations are really restorative poses, so it's important to take a few breaths. The head is below the heart. It takes us just to relax the mind. Shoulder blades rounding down either side of the body, being broad. Good. As you exhale, bend the knees, lift the head up, look between the hands. Big step then between the hands. You might want to take one hand off to step. Come up into inhale, halfway lift. Good. Stretch the back of the thighs here. Push the bum away from you. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Look to the hands. Exhale, Samastiti. Wonderful. We'll do one more there. I'm just going to give you instructions so I can have a look at how everyone's getting on. So come to your big toes together, heels an inch apart. Okay, have hands either side, palms facing forwards. Inhale, reach up, look to the fingertips. Exhale, fold forward from your hips, chest to thighs, fingertips either side. Good. Inhale, come up, hands to shins. Excellent. Flatten out that back. Exhale, hands down either side. Bend the knees, big step back to the back of the mat. Either dropping the knees now or lowering down all the way. Chaturanga, your choice. Good. Keep that forearm vertical. Well done. Inhale, come up to cobra. Great. Well done, Beth. And exhale, lower down. And then push back up, either onto the knees or all the way back up to downward dog. Take a few breaths here. So set yourself up in your downward dog. Good. That's lovely back. Great, Nia, that's it. Looking good, Kate. So bend the knees. If you feel like your back is rounded at all, bend the knees a little bit more and sink the shoulders down. That's better, Bethan. Good, really good, actually. Now try and take your knees down, your heels down towards the floor. That's it, keep the back where it is. Perfect. Really good, well done. Okay. Exhale, bend the knees. And then look between the hands, maybe a step, maybe a jump between the fingers. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reach tall. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti. Awesome, everyone. Well done. Okay, we're going to go into our first flow now. So we'll start in the same way. Inhale, look to the fingertips. Exhale, fold forwards from those hips. Inhale, come up, flat back. Exhale, lower down, step. Or maybe now you're jumping to the back of the mat. Lower the body down, one long line. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, drive the hips up and back. Okay, this time we're going to take the right foot high to the sky, reach it out behind you, push your hands into the floor, three-legged dog. Good. Take a big inhale as you open up the hip. Exhale, bring that knee to the chest. So come high onto the left toes to help you. And then you're going to plant the foot between the hands. Keep both feet facing forward on train tracks. Inhale, use the knee to lift you up into this high lunge. This is feeling too strong, you can lower the knee. And then tilt the pelvis. So the tailbone is tucked, pubic bone lifted. Arms up either side into our crescent lunge. So really lift the chest here. Look, see if you can find some sky to look at. Feel open, feel alive, big breath in. And then exhale, take the hands either side of the front foot. Take the foot back to the back of the mat. Find your high plank. So roll forward, tuck the tailbone, roll forward to high plank. Take your weight, your head a little bit further forward, then lower yourself down, chaturanga. Remember those vertical forearms. Untuck the toes. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes. Drive the hips up and back. Find that downward facing dog. That's great. Take a few breaths. So you inhale, lift the left leg high to the sky. Open the hip. Three-legged dog. Take a few breaths here. Reach those top toes to the sky. The bottom heel towards the floor. Good. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, come onto the toes of the right foot. Tuck the knee under. Put the foot between your hands. Keep both toes facing forwards. Inhale, come up. Maybe use your knee. Remember to tuck that pelvis. So you inhale, lift the chest high to the sky. Arms come either side of your ears. Have a tuck on that tailbone. Make sure both hips are facing forward. Big inhale. Root down through your feet. Lift up with your chest. Feel sort of glorious in this pose. Exhale, lower down. Take that foot back. Roll onto your high plank. So inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down. So some of you might want to come into up dog. As you lower down, don't take your body all the way down to the floor. You can begin to untuck tuck the toes and lift up to up dog. So my thighs are hovering off the floor here. Have a bend in your elbows to take the shoulders back. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes. Drive the hips up and back. So option to try that next time we go to chaturanga if you'd like to. Good. Take a few breaths in downward dog. Okay. So we can go through the same flow again and we're going to build it up a little bit. So inhale, take the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee now to let the foot drop down and take that knee high to the sky. Breathe in. Great, Nia, good. Big inhale. Exhale, draw that knee in. Place it between the hands. Come up into our crescent lunge once more. Maybe you come straight up this time. Tuck the tailbone. Good, inhale. As you exhale now, drop the left heel, a 90-degree angle. Bring the arms out wide in a T position, warrior one. Walk the right leg to the center of the mat. So the heels are lined up on a tightrope. Take your fingertips wide. Take a few breaths. Good. So you inhale now. Lift the chest. Exhale, take the forearm, right forearm down to the knee. Inhale, reach up and over with that left hand to a side angle. So option to bring the right hand to the floor, or maybe the option to find your bind. So bring the top hand behind you, the right arm underneath you, find your bind, open up the shoulder. Good, exhale, release. Come back up, keep that front knee bent. We'll reverse the lunge by bringing the right hand up and over, left hand down your back, down your leg. Inhale, open the chest. Great, well done everyone. Exhale, windmill the hands down one at a time. Take that foot back, so twist over on that left foot. Inhale to high plank. And then lower down. See if you can try coming up into up dog. So chaturanga. Stop before you touch the floor. Untuck the toes. Inhale, come up. Keep a bend in the knees. Shoulder blades back. Good. Exhale, take the head down. Untuck the toes. And drive your hips up and back. Well done. Take a few breaths. Doing awesome this morning. Well done. Good. This time, take the left foot high to the sky. Bend that knee and take the knee up. So this really opens up the hip here. Breathe into that hip space, remembering to stay with our bodies. Stay with the sensations.
Big inhale. As you exhale, draw that knee into your chest. Plant the foot between your hands. Inhale, come up to crescent lunge. Remember to tuck both hips facing forwards. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Then inhale, twist the body, take that back heel down towards the floor, 90 degrees. Front leg walks slightly to the middle so that the heels are in one long line. Good. Warrior two. Arms out, make sure there's a 90-degree angle. Watch this front knee isn't folding inwards. Take it back. Good. Okay, inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, come down to the left forearm now. Right hand sweeps up and over to a side angle. Great. Option to take the left hand down to the floor and the right hand behind you and find your bind. Great, Nia, well done. Good. Looking good, Kate. That's it. Take a few breaths here. Take the shoulder all the way back, that top shoulder, so we're opening the chest. Good. Exhale, look down, release. Come up into our T position. As we inhale, we'll just reverse that warrior. Right hand down your leg, left hand up, side body. Breathing in and breathing out. Well done, Claire. Good. And then exhale, cartwheel those hands all the way down to the floor. Twist over on that right foot. Bring the left foot back to join it. Inhale, roll forwards to high plank. And then exhale, lower down. Maybe you feel tired, want to drop the knees, it's your choice. Untuck the toes, inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, hips up and back to downward dog. Take a few breaths. Really working all different parts of our body this morning. Noticing any sensations. Noticing if you're feeling lighter or maybe there's heaviness. Just notice how you're feeling. Okay, we'll inhale once more into our plank position. And exhale, we're going to lower all the way down to the floor this time. So lower all the way down to the floor, tummy and chest. So option to come into child's pose if you're feeling a bit tired. We're just going to try our bow here on the floor. So keep your shoulders and your hands underneath your shoulders. Now take the right hand, take it forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring it round and bend the right foot and take hold of the outside edge of the right foot. Push the left hand still into the mat. Take a big inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, push that foot away from you. So keep hold of it, but push it away from you. Getting into a back bend. We're preparing for dancer. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, take that foot away from you. Open up the shoulder. Great. And release down. Take the foot to the floor. Hands underneath the shoulders. We'll do the same on the other side. Inhale, left hand reaches forward. Exhale, bend that left foot, left leg, and take hold of the outside of the foot. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, take the foot away from you. That's great, Bethan, really nice. Good. Find your breath. Well done, Molly. Really good. Exhale, release down, bring both hands underneath. Tuck the toes. I'm going to push into the hands and come back up onto our knees and then find our downward dog. Good. From here, we're going to walk the hands and the feet towards each other to meet in the middle. So notice what this feels like. So we're meeting the hands and the feet in the middle of our mat. Good. So just hang here for a moment, stretch out the lower back. So we're going to counter pose. And as you inhale, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Good. Now bring your left hand to your chest. So bring your thumb into your chest, but just your left hand. Good. So root down through the left toes and the left foot. Feel the connection with the mat. Inhale, lift the right knee. Take hold of the outside edge of the foot and bring the heel into your bottom. So we're in the same position almost that we were on the mat. So take an inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, push the foot away from you. Maybe keeping the hand to the chest, maybe taking the hand out in front of you in our dancer foot pose. If you want to go near a wall, if you're feeling unstable, that's fine. So just see if you can take that foot away from you, just like you did in bow on the floor. Look towards a gaze point in front of you. Maybe taking a mudra with your hands as well, fingertip and index finger and thumb. Find some steadiness here. Good. If you wobble, it's fine. It's a difficult pose. Just come back into it. We're concentrating, lifting the chest, tailbone long. Great. Well done. Remember, it's just holding this pose here. It's not trying to achieve anything. We're just noticing what this feels like. Great. Well done, Kate. Exhale. Come all the way back down. Good. And we'll try on the other side. So right hand to your chest, thumb into your chest. Good. Inhale, lift the left leg up, root down through that right foot. Take hold of the outside edge of the left foot. Inhale, grow tall, lift the chest. Find that gaze point in front of you. And as you exhale, tilt forwards, push the heel backwards, the foot away from you. Good. Maybe taking that hand out in front. Good. Looking great, guys. Well done. Steady your breath. Feel rooted down through that base foot and look towards that gaze point, or even look past your hand. Awesome, really strong. Well done, Molly. That's it. And exhale, release down. Well done. Okay, so we'll all step to the top of the mats now. We'll take one big inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Fingertips either side. Inhale, halfway lift. And this time as we exhale, we're going to step the feet wide, come into our yogi squat. So feet pointing away from you like a 45-degree angle. Lower yourself down into your yogi squat. Maybe sitting on a block if that's more comfortable. Open out the hips here. Good. Find your breath. Steady your breathing. Noticing how the hips are feeling. And then as we exhale, release down onto the mat. And we'll come to find our boat pose. So take your feet towards you, hands underneath your knees. Lift the chest. Inhale, come onto the toes. And as you exhale, bring those shins parallel with the mat. Maybe taking the hands off. Steady your breath, use your core. Squeeze the knees together to help you. Great, Sharon. Looking really good. Great, Bethan and Kate. Awesome. Good, and maybe straightening the legs. Just see how you feel, but don't round out through your back. Wow, guys, you're so much stronger than you were. Look at you all. Awesome. Exhale, lower down. Good. We'll take a little vinyasa here. So take the hands behind you. Inhale, squeeze the legs together. Good. Cross them over, roll onto the hands, jump back, high plank. Bring the weight forward so the arms are vertical. Lower down chaturanga, your choice whether to come to up dog, hover the knees off the floor. Inhale, keep a bend in the knee, in the elbows. Exhale, lower down, push yourself all the way back up to downward dog. Couple of breaths here. Good. Now dropping onto the knees. So if you have any discomfort in your knees, you might want to put a blanket under your knees here. We're going to come into camel pose. So we're working on forward and back bends today. So maybe keeping the toes tucked under to start with. Just come back onto the heels. Inhale, lift the hips up. And just notice, now keep the hips going forwards,
And just take your weight back. So just notice what this feels like. Maybe taking the head back if that's comfortable. Some people don't like that. Good. Inhale, come up. And this time maybe coming onto your hand onto one heel and maybe onto the other heel. You can do one at a time. Important thing here is to keep your hips pushing forwards. It's helpful to squeeze a block between your thighs to help your thighs stay engaged in this pose. Great, that's good. Well done, Nia. So really opens the real chest opener. Keep the hips there, so you're rounding the right part of your spine. If you loosen the hips, you'll end up coming in too much of your lumbar spine. Good, so maybe now we're taking the feet flat on the floor, it's up to you. And perhaps coming down here if you've managed to get into that stretch. Good, well done. So take a few breaths. If you're finding this a little bit more challenge, you can come down to blocks to start with. So you can place the blocks behind you and then come down onto the blocks. Another option. Okay, well done, everyone. That's it. Take a big inhale, come up. And then exhale, we'll release down. Okay, coming into a high plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Good. Untuck the toes, inhale. We'll do this slowly now, cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes. Slowly push back up to downward dog. Keep our bodies flowing and moving. Good. Inhale, then we're going to step across the legs, come into our seated pose. Good. And shuffle your way forward so that you're going to come down onto your back. So hold on to your knees, onto your shins, and slowly roll down. Make sure you've got a block handy or a cushion because we're going to do a supported bridge. So exhale, lower all the way down. And just take a few moments lying on your back. Maybe notice sounds. Notice your breath. Okay, bring the heels towards the bottom. Make sure you can reach them with your fingers. We'll just come up into bridge first of all. So inhale, fill the chest. And as you exhale, drive those hips up. Good. Just feel that stretch. Maybe wriggle the shoulders underneath slightly so that you can take those hips high. Good. Exhale, come all the way down. Now take your block underneath you. And as you inhale, place it right at the top of your bottom. So it's right on the lower part of your back, the flat part of your back, right on the very top of your bottom. So option to have it on any height. So the lowest height is fine. You can come up onto the second height, or if your hips are feeling quite flexible this morning, you might want to take it for the full height of the block. Then take the hands out either side, palms face up. And just allow all the organs in the front of your body here to release and relax. Option to take one foot away from you and then the other one if you're feeling comfortable. It just gives lots of space for the front of the body. So close your eyes here. Allow that release. Relax your neck so there's no compression in your neck. Breathe into the lower back. Breathe out. Inhale, find space in all of the organs in our tummy, in our hips here. Exhale, release. Good. So then step the feet in one at a time. And then inhale, we'll just lift and take the block away from us. And then slowly, slowly release down. And come into Shavasana. So option to turn your music off if you want to. And just prepare yourself for Shavasana. So whoever that might be for you today. So you might want the knees bent, legs falling away from one another. Your choice. Maybe you're lying with the sun on your face. Just take a few moments to settle in. So having a little wriggle wherever you need to, and then bringing stillness, inviting stillness in, closing the eyes, noticing all the contact points that you're making. Noticing all of your body here, any sensations, just allowing whatever's here to be here. Any discomfort, just breathe in, find some space, allow. So I'm just going to give you a few moments now just to really connect with your body. So using the next few minutes just to focus on your body. So you might want to scan up through the body yourself. You might just want to stay with the whole awareness of the body lying here. You might just want to focus on the breath moving in one part of your body. Your choice. The mind wanders, just bring it back. Bring it back to a part of the body or to your breath. Thoughts arise, just note what they are. Just say, not now. Just allow them to be there, but not now. Don't get involved. Giving your body this attention it deserves. Now take a big inhale, breathing in fresh oxygen and sending it throughout your body. And an open mouth exhale, just let go of anything that's not needed in the body right now. Gently wiggling toes and fingers. Taking your hands up above your head if you want to have a full body stretch. Waking yourself up. Breathing in that new life, that fresh oxygen. And as you exhale, hug the knees in. Give yourself a really good hug. A really loving hug for yourself. Your wonderful body is always trying to do the best for you. And then rolling over onto one side, coming into a fetal position. Keeping the eyes closed, taking a few moments. And then in your own time, coming up to seated. Just slowly moving, maybe keeping your eyes closed. And then together we'll take a big inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, bring the palms together all the way down to your chest. And just pause for a moment and notice all the benefits of the practice this morning, how it might set you up for the day ahead. Blinking the eyes open. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Well done. Thank you so much for sharing our practice today. Feel free to unmute yourselves and have a really wonderful day.